Hi, and thank you for joining us here at the KiteFoil World Series 2021. We are going to be running Gold Fleet race number 2 at the moment. Currently leading is Dennis Taradin. He was doing extremely well yesterday. He is having an amazing race, winning almost every single one of his races, very few forced errors. He is the one to watch. He is followed by, in second place, Axel Mazella. In race number 1, he got second place, battling his way all the way back up to the front. And behind them, Maxime Nochet from France. And surprising fourth place, Max Meter from Singapore, the young star from the fleet. Right, 2.5 minutes to the start. The wind is up to 15 knots, 12 to 15 knots. It's sunny, flat water conditions. There is a bit of chop as the wind is a bit stronger. Dennis Taradin currently leads the fleet and followed in second place by Axel Mazella. But surprisingly, we have the youngster Max Meter battling out with the top dogs at the moment, getting a nice fourth place. Tony Vodisek didn't have a great race today, but he was super strong yesterday, winning almost every single one of his races, with the exception of 1 or 2 where he made small mistakes. So we will need to see what they will do now. Join us for the race. Today we are running the LP2 course like the previous days, but slightly longer. This time it's start line up to mark number 1. Mark number 1 is about 1.3 nautical miles up, down to the gate, around counterclockwise around the mark, reaching to the finish. We are 1 minute away from the start. A lot of the riders, the top riders, trying to get over the fleet, trying to go for port tack starts. Join us in 30 seconds for the start.
DR5, built to win.
All right. 30 seconds to go. Not looking. It's not looking like there's a lot of port tack starters this time. On the last race, it was super close. Not everyone made it over the fleet. There was a small collision between an F1 kite and an ozone kite. This time, a lot of the riders choosing to start closer to the start boat. 2 seconds to go, and off we go. Everyone starting on starboard, but people tacking out early. Maxime tacking out early. Nico tacking out early. Connor. It looks like Mario Calbucci, all tacking out early. We're watching here. Maxime Nochet, Nico Parlier, Dennis Taradine, Mario Calbucci, all tacking out early. Rest of the fleet has followed them now. Still a few that are going a bit longer on starboard. So, oh, we have a crash from the orange kite. That is probably Nico Parlier. So, leaders are Maxime Nochet, Connor Bainbridge, Dennis Taradine, Tony Vodicek. Here we have the orange kite from Nico ventilating and crashing out. Tony pushing hard, catching up to Dennis Taradine. Tony pushing it. But Dennis in the lead, followed by Connor Bainbridge and by Maxime Nochet. Remember, this is a slightly longer upwind, so they're going to have to go a little bit closer to the beach before they tack, or tack early and then go for another 2 tacks closer to the mark to hit that ley line. Tony bringing his kite up a bit. He was thinking about tacking, but he's decided to keep going. We see there's a fly surfer also up with them there. It'll be interesting to see who that is. Is that Max Meter again, that youngster? Or is it Florian Gruber? Here we have the following group. Quite a few riders higher up. Those are the riders that went a little bit more on starboard before they tacked out. Usually, however, going closer to the beach is the better tactic, getting a bit more lift off the headland, making it easier to hit that ley line. We will see which tactic pays off. First riders are reaching the end of that line. They're going to have to tack soon. Can't quite see the leaders yet, but they should be tacking and crossing the middle of the fleet now soon. They are going really hard, really close to the beach. None of them have tacked just yet. Right, first riders have tacked. Orange ozone. Most of that fleet's tacked and come around. Unfortunately, they're not in view of their drone. Here we go, on long lens. So, we've got a bit of the flying group, got the flag in the way, but okay, here we go. We've got the leaders. Or at least we think that's the leaders. It's Maxime Nochet. I can see Maxime Nochet. But way out in front, I see a black ozone, and I would assume that that is Dennis Taradine. Yes. Think that's Dennis. Does he have a camera on his head? If it is, that would be Dennis Taradine. It would be interesting to see who's right behind him. It's an orange ozone. That could be Nicolas Parlier, followed by the 2 fly surfer kites, possibly Max Meter and Florian Gruber maybe, or Theo the Ramacour. Oh, the fly surfers have gotten past the orange ozone. It is. It's hard to tell. We will get confirmation soon once they round the marks. But currently in the lead, Dennis Taradine, followed by Ozone, followed by F1 Kite, probably Connor Bainbridge. Here we go. Going around the mark. Dennis. Connor. It's tight. Probably jibing right now. Connor going for a jibe. Dennis going for a jibe. Dennis going out a little bit wider and deeper. Followed by the fly surfer of... Oh, a bit pixelated. Sorry about that. Can we tell who that fly surfer is? Unfortunately. All right. I would hazard a guess that that's Max Meter from the reflection of that visor on the helmet. All right, we have confirmation from the lead. It is probably Axel Mazella in first. It's not Dennis. Followed by Connor Bainbridge. Followed by Martin Dolench. Followed by number 20. It's not in the fleet, so that's wrong. We will have to see. So yes, it's now that he's closer, it is easier to tell. It is Axel Mazella with that red helmet, going for his second jibe. Axel Mazella on Ozone Kites and Chubanga Foil. Just checking who's in second. And it looks like in second, Connor Bainbridge, followed by Maxime Nochet, followed by Tony Vodisek, but Axel has a commanding lead. Here we're looking at the gate. Top riders are coming in. Axel leading the pack with Connor Bainbridge behind them. Axel will probably be jibing about now. There he goes. Axel and Connor going for the jibe, same time. Clean, clean. Oop, Maxime going a bit wide. That has let Tony Vodisek overtake him. So Maxime giving up 2 places there by going a bit wide on his jibe. So currently battling it out in front, Axel Mazella, followed by Connor Bainbridge and Tony Vodisek. It is really close. Axel choosing to go a little bit higher, while Tony and Connor are going a bit lower but with more speed. Who's going to hit the ley line first? Are they going to make it far enough out so they actually hit the ley line in one go? Or will they have to add another 2 tacks to make it around the mark? It is very close. Very hard to see who's actually out in front at the moment between Tony and Connor. Tony a little bit higher up. Connor a little bit faster, a little bit more forward. And in front of them, Axel Mazella going a little bit higher. That's actually the better tactic in my opinion. He will have a little bit more distance that he can travel along the beach, taking advantage of that lift from the headland. Here we can see Tony really crunch down, pushing that board, getting that angle down, trying to get higher than Connor, trying to get over him. Whoever gets that tack first in can have the advantage. And then above them, it's looking like Nico Parlier and Axel Mazella. All right, we've tacked. Axel still out in the lead. He's doing very good. Seems to be clear out in front. Be interesting to see what the other riders have done, if there's been any change, because it was very close between Connor, Tony. It seems that Axel's tacked a little bit early. He's taking a little bit of a risk. Can he hit the upwind mark without having to tack again? Or has he gone for a bit more tactically, more speed, and is taking that into account? Currently, it looks like Tony Vodisek has made it just slightly ahead of Connor Bainbridge. But it is super tight between those two. Dennis looks like he's following in third. Or fourth, sorry. He has a little bit of catching up to do, but he's very strong on the downwind. So let's see if we can catch Axel, Connor, and Tony. The wind has picked up a little bit. We have a few knots more. Axel touching a little bit. Looks like he's going to make it around the mark. Although it is very hard to tell from this angle. You can see the mark boats, the support boats. Keeping an eye on if the riders are actually going to go around the mark. Here we go. It looks pretty good. Axel around, Connor around. Very close, just like after the first lap. 1 second between them. Followed by Tony Vodisek. It's actually, so we have definitely Axel leading, followed by Connor Bainbridge, followed by Tony Vodicek, and then Dennis Taradin, and Maxime following that group. Let's see if Axel can control the rest of the race. Connor is hot on his heels and pushing him hard. Max Meter, junior from Singapore, is in 6th place. Here, seeing Axel controlling it. Leaning over, just going for the maximum angle downwind. Not taking any risks. Connor is right behind him. Maybe 2 or 3 seconds off. Axel will be going for a jibe sometime soon. When Axel jibes, Connor will probably have to cover him immediately if Connor will have any chance of trying to taking him at the gate. There we go. Axel going for his jibe. It's clean, not losing any speed. He's around. But Connor has done a very clean jibe too. Connor is right behind him. Really close. And then 3 or 4 seconds behind him, Tony Vodicek on the white ozone. And right behind him, the black ozone. Okay, here we have Connor and Axel coming to the finish line. This is close, but Axel seems to have it, but Connor is pushing hard. None of these riders are giving any quarter. Axel's got to push. Connor's trying to take it from him. Coming in. And Axel has kept his composure. Axel Mazella first, followed closely behind by Connor Bainbridge. Excellent racing. Followed by Tony Vodicek. Followed by Denis Taradin in 4th place, not being able to get a second bullet, but still leading in the overall standings. Hi, Tony. 10 seconds?
Just put the ball on the kite before yeah? After it's very hard, push down the kite. No?
Okay. Okay, Tony. This time.
The start was not the best like before, but I managed to get a much better start than before. Still not the best, but yeah, it was fun finally racing in the front, and you can expect more of this. So good luck to everybody else in the world.
Okay, good luck, man.
Thanks.
All right, that was an exciting race with a few changes, especially for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place. Tony Vodicek not having a great start, but managing to catch right back up, pushing it hard, making it really hard for the leaders. Connor and Axel delivering themselves an amazing battle. Let's see if we got some decent highlights to look at. So here we have the start. It's a relatively clean start, but what you'll notice is right after the start, as soon as they cross the line, a lot of the leaders, Maxime, Nico, all those guys tacking out immediately. That group basically tacking out, heading in towards the beach to take advantage of that lift. We see Nicolas Partier crashing out. Here we go, mark rounding. See how close it is between Axel Mazella and Connor Bainbridge. Connor's trying to push really hard. Yep, putting pressure on Axel, but Axel, such a routine guy, doesn't phase him. Just covering, jibing, clean jibes. And here we see the little mistake. I mean, Alex and so on. But here we see Maxime going out very wide on his jibe, giving Tony and Dennis the chance to overtake him. Slight mistake there, costing him 2 places. It can happen so quickly. And here again, second mark rounding. Super close between Axel and Connor. And here we have Tony and Dennis heading through the gate for their final reach down to the finishing line, battling it out. And here's the final battle between Axel and Connor, pushing hard, massive speed, trying to get each other to start line. Just about half a second between the two. Amazing battling. So that was race number 2, Gold Fleet. Join us in about 15-20 minutes for race number 3.